Today on Living Local Carolina, I'm here at RKM Training and I'm with Brent. He is the head Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training. I got it right?
There we go.
So tell me how you came into loving, this type of training.
So it started the long ago, like as a kid, like video games and Dragon Ball Z, and as a teenager watching like Pride and UFC. And I had some friends that were training, and it kind of seemed scary to me. So I was like, all right, maybe we should just go ahead and jump in. Like if it's that fearful, let's address it. So I started training jiu-jitsu back in 2009. Okay. There's been some big gaps, injury and having, starting a family, that kind of deal. But essentially since, 2009.
Wow. Yep. And so you've been training ever since, right?
Yeah, essentially. Like I said, on and off, but that's when the journey started.
So what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training all about?
So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a grappling art. Okay. And what makes it a little bit different than other grappling arts like wrestling. Like wrestling, your back does not touch the floor. Okay. Like your oil, it's water, it doesn't mix. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is largely based on the ground off of your back. So for like a self-defense type scenario, it's really nice because oftentimes violence is random and chaotic, and guess what? You fall down, and where do you fall to? You're on your back. Yes. So it's a great starting point for self-defense. Okay. I'm not going to say it's the end-all be-all, right? Because a lot of guys try and teach you this crazy, work on your back from the parking lot kind of stuff, and it doesn't really work. But it's a great fundamental base to really start your self-defense in. Okay,
cool. So it's not gender specific or anything?
No. So actually, I think there's pros and cons to every body type. Male, female, big, small, whatever. My wife is trained. My kids are training. I think it's for everybody, but it's not going to be exactly the same for everybody. Right. One size never fits all for anything,
Exactly. Do you recommend like any type of frequency for training in this type of art?
So obviously the more the better, especially when you're new though. Jiu-Jitsu, you're working things you've never really worked, and there's going to be like, oh, this is sore, ow, this hurts, like you've never kind of dealt with, and it's superficial. You're not like in a cast, but I would say at least twice a week. The more the better, if you can handle it, but 2 times a week you can see some progress, fairly quickly.
I love it. Well, I'm excited to learn some of these scenarios with you.
I'm excited as well.
All right, cool. What is the first scenario you want to show me?
So first thing that we're going to work is a really basic mount escape. So this is one of those situations that people like flag. It's automatically scary. Like this is kind of one of the big ones that we like to address early, just because it's scary, but it's also real. So we're going to work this mount escape and then some other stuff after it.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
All right. So you'll be on your back. I'll be in full mount. So this is a really scary spot for a lot of people. This is very like horror movie, like
choke.
All the bad stuff from here. So first things first, what we want to do is you want to tuck your legs in and get them as close to your butt as you can. Okay. And then shoot your hips up that way like you're deadlifting. Ooh. So that breaks my posture. Now I can't throw punches. I can't. I'm based out right here. So what I want you to do is take this arm and you're going to wrap over top of my arm.
Like that?
That'll work. Now take your left foot and step it over top of my leg. All right, so now we have an arm and a leg trap. And have you ever seen a table with 2 legs stand up?
Nope.
Exactly. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna roll me towards those limbs that you have trapped.
Okay.
So use that foot.
Oh!
There we go. So now we're to a good spot.
Right.
If it'll, got you. Exactly. If it'll work on me, it'll work on about anybody. I'm a fairly large human in most rooms, so now you know how to get out of the worst spot, being mount, back to a good spot. Switch your hands. There you go. There you go.